images of war. Americans watching the fighting in the Middle East did so from the comfort and safety of their homes. But for soldiers and Marines pushing their way through Iraq, the front lines proved to be a dangerous and deadly place.
It is kind of like organized chaos.
U.S. Army Captain Capt Jackson spent only 6 days in Iraq. 6 days he'll never forget.
We did a multi-role of things like protection of convoys, some battle damage assessments, which are BDAs, shutting down some training camps. We targeted munition sites.
As a special operations soldier, Jackson crisscrossed Iraq, his missions changing by the hour.
We moved swiftly, we moved decisively.
Jackson found himself in harm's way around the clock, never letting his guard down.
It's a very fast pace.
And heart-pounding. At the start of the war, Jackson and his 6-man team found themselves deep behind enemy lines on the streets of Baghdad.
It was scary. You're dodging Iraqi police officers, you're dodging Republican Guard members, you're pretty much trying to stay in the shadows.
Under the cover of darkness, Jackson and his fellow soldiers used lasers to pinpoint government buildings so guided missiles could find their targets.
We feel awkward working in the daytime. We pretty much own the night. We beat you up at nighttime, and we're good at that. So,
as a target spotter, Jackson was close enough to see the night sky turn bright. In his words, like the 4th of July.
It shook so violently, and it lit up. And when I got on the helicopter, I was still shaking. I was like, I couldn't even imagine. I was like, whoa.
Jackson is no stranger to combat. At 17, he saw action in the First Persian Gulf War. In 1993, he was wounded in Somalia. He also served in Bosnia and South America. When the war on terrorism began in Afghanistan, Jackson was one of the first soldiers on the ground. His latest mission in Iraq was nearly his last.
We went in to set the area up for to be bombed from the air.
Jackson and his men were sent north of Baghdad to destroy a military training camp.
We bombed the site, we shut the site down, a lot less for us to worry about.
Everything was going according to plan until it was time to leave. An Australian soldier was shot. He needed help getting out.
You never want an individual left. That's just part of what we do. Part of our creed, part of our heritage and our tradition.
Back on the ground, Jackson's team came under fire.
We were being accosted by troops with AK-47s and small arms and RPGs.
That's short for rocket-propelled grenade. One was fired right at them. It exploded just steps from Capt Jackson.
It was still, and then all of a sudden, this loud booming sound, and I could literally see my feet off the ground. And I'm like, wait a minute, something is wrong.